And by flowing out, yeah, from beingfulness, we release the energy that's usually directed towards self-absorption. So when we allow this this misdirected energy to be freed up by allowing it to flow, right? So the flow, like when we put a dam in the river, the water gets stale behind the dam. We need the free flow of compassionate, boundless beingness. So keep it flowing. Yep, even today, we're not gonna let up. And then when we allow this misdirected energy to be flowing, the heart becomes more and more full. So it's actually um, an acceleration. Let the mind and heart even be brighter than ever before. Brighten up. Let it overflow. It has to go somewhere. Let this love go somewhere.
Good morning.
Hey, Terry.
Good morning.
Hi, Sally.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. So not any suppression, but free. So allow the habitual mind to fall back. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe cutting the rope in the bundle of grass that's dropping and flopping right now. Just allowing everything to be free. This is what it feels like today. This openness is the transitional space into the boundlessness of being, which is deathless and birthless beingness. From that boundless perspective, these apparent massive fluctuations in the field are not a thing. But yet validating everything that we feel. Just coming home into the heart, realizing we never left home in the first place. In the Sufi tradition, I've said this before, there's a beautiful phrase that says, when the journey to God ends, the journey in God begins. So from the pure perspective of the gaze of being, all appearance, everything that arises, all events and sensations, feelings and emotions are the radiance of awareness. So we're working on stabilizing now. We're recognizing our true essence, our true face. So whatever arises reminds us of the knowing quality and the divinity in appearance. So in this state, all phenomena are naturally recognized as expressions of pure awareness, inseparable from the ground of being, the radiance, like the rays of the sun. So rather than reaching towards something, we dwell within the immediacy of reality, seeing everything as the luminous display of the primordial mind, and experience all things as beauty. Yeah, even today. And all beings as love. Yep. Them too. Him too. So we're not really frowning on the word divinity. We are free-flowing, so Champas, we use any word available in vocabulary to point at the radiance of being. And then we come together, because sometimes it's so intense to feel like we feel, so we metabolize it together, right? That's why we come together. We metabolizing and transforming this experience as the arising of primordial purity, which can only be experienced from the field of being at this point. The psychology is in turmoil, right? So let's take a breath together. Natural breath and energy. Let awareness breathe the body. So this collective metabolization in this intersubjective field of being together, we hold each other, right? We hold each other within our beingness explicitly. And we're moving, we're moving the experience from exoteric to esoteric. The esoteric, but actuality of beingness. It can't be overseen any longer, right? Wake up right now. And then, right now, just give it away. Just from the heart, reach out to all your brothers and sisters on this call. Yeah? Just with the wish, just with the desire. So no movement, not like visualizing, pushing, like I'm pushing on being. Just allow it to naturally flow. And open your heart and be embraced too. Just really feel embraced. Come, let us in. Open the heart of beingness and the heart of hearts. The healing starts right now. We know we live in a world where, 98% of the world population is asleep, right? No wonder there are these fluctuations. So we stick with the light in our own hearts and will not allow ourselves to lose the perspective that that beautiful light of compassion and wisdom is in all hearts around us. They might have fallen asleep within their own competence, and the world is expressing itself not so skillfully right now. We will not swept up. We'll sit in the stability of being as a collective here, embraced. Everything will be all right. This is much more than a big wave in the field. We are so much more, and you are so much closer to your complete awakening than you think. So let's take a breath together. And let's do the real Sochen instruction. The non-Sochen instruction of like, just be free, no thought for a moment. Just like, in between thoughts, a bigger space. Just radiance of being. Just resting in the natural state. Right there, it's just shimmering. No inside, no outside. No inside, no outside. So in the journey to God, which is the realization, the finding of our own beingness, then we get serious about being awake in every moment. So that's the stabilization, that's the journey in God under all circumstances. So thank you, all circumstances. Can you hear me now, Mel? You can come on audio. Am I hard to hear? Because Mel is telling me.
Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, that's a bit better.
I- I'm just speaking a little louder, so I must have a bit of an issue with my mic. Take the mic a bit closer. Let's take a breath together. So, the felt sense of being, our, that feels like us, our who-ness, the felt sense of beingness is the felt sense of boundless beingness. So we're passing our habitual mind, just relax the mind. Imagery will still flow. It's a stormy day. No location. Timeless, changeless, always right with usness of boundless awareness. And like Ed says in the text window, uncaused joy is unaffected by events. So the bliss of being, the absence of lack in the wide openness of awareness, which is indestructible and protective. It's the protection of innocence. So we put the oxygen mask of being the protector of the innocence of our own hearts on our own face first, on our own hearts first. Again, let awareness arise from the heart, stream out of the eyes and saturate the space all around. So being in the embrace, using presence as the non-distraction of beingness, saturating everything. And then extending our awareness of flowing out. Just keep it flowing out. It's in that sharing and streaming out and giving away that we open up the boundlessness. When there is concern and we close down, it gets a very myopic, tight little field. So open up the field upon the felt sense of a contraction in the body because of experiences in the world. A felt sense also of boundlessness. Yeah, can you feel that? Feel into that? Infinite. Resting into this first moment. So prior to any arising of suffering, right here, prior to that reaching into the world to search for happiness, we are right here awakening as the teachers in the world. You are the one you have been waiting for, and you are the one the world has been waiting for. Don't take this realization, this awakening for granted. Rest into the knowing. Just rest into this first moment, the knowing aspect. Resting into the boundless great peace. In which the fluctuations of the field arise and fall, arise and liberate. So to saturate the space all around with the knowing quality and the loving energy of being. And the bidirectional perspective, and saturate the mind and the psychology and the egoic tendencies with the knowing of being, sitting in the healing light. Just shifting the perspective like the Escher drawing, with just the impulse of desire or intent, no outsideness. And that shift is when we look out, apparently out, quotation marks, we see nothing but mind. So extending our beingness into the field of our Sangha right now, again, just allow it with just the most pure, innocent desire, no doing, and this flowing out or this extending causes delight and bliss, collective mind mingling. This awareness rests into itself. Collective metabolization of the intensity of the field, transformation. So just allow it to be right there. No disassociation practices. Metabolization for the health of your own psychology in the world and for the health of the intersubjective collective field. These practices are not a small thing. Resting into natural great peace. Metabolizing through natural great peace. The energy and the knowing. Metabolization, I notice discomfort, transformation, compassion going out, embrace going out, understanding going out. I am the thoughtless sky that is pure being and unthinking. Not my thoughts. I'm prior to any thought, feeling, emotion, sensation. We are non-discrimination, non-particularization. Just drop right now. This is our practice. We take it even more serious now. May all fluctuations, all overwhelming fluctuations in the field of being be the aid to the recognition of our true essence and mirror back to us our own primordial purity. Don't let the waves in the ocean interfere with the openness of being. Be the peace at the heart, all saturating, not just at the heart. Be the peace in the all saturating field of being. Just flow out. And this beautiful, unique experience of your beingness is the experience of boundless wholeness being. And this belongs to you. Yes? Stabilization of sitting in the continuity of being. Having a deep understanding of all those that are acting from fear. By understanding the fear in our own hearts as an inspiration to open our arms and hearts even wider, not a knee-jerk contraction, reaction, but open even further response of primordial purity. Vast like the sky is the wide open view of empty insubstantiality. And as Shakbar says, in that open wide space, there's the sun of love and the moon of compassion arising again and again. So Longchenpa ended one of his teachings with this. So right now, don't metabolize it through your habitual mind. So let's take a breath. This approach, or these practices, allows the yogis to overcome everything through all-suffusing radiance and to resolve all habitual conditioning in this lifetime in the interior emptiness of reality. All delusion is destroyed. To realize self-sprung awareness alone is the direct realization. This vast brilliance of manifest pristine awareness, here we go, non-spatial synchronicitous awareness, the mysterious awareness of natural perfection, this is the cosmic climax. So this is where we practice really experiencing and metabolizing our lives through this beingness, right? Because from the regular psychology perspective, which is under duress right now, it sounds all too utopian and even supernatural. These are just pointing out instructions to our true essence. So The sentence was this vast brilliance of manifest pristine awareness. Right? So let's take a breath together. Okay, together. Yeah, notice the 100% overlap in our desire for awakening, for awakening of all beings. Just recognizing stepping out of the way, let awareness wake up to itself. Allowing all discomfort and fear as a doorway to the intimacy of our deepest guarded feelings. here together right now to resolve all problems of the world. We came together in an embrace of being-fulness. To basically just being ourselves in our truest identity, the reality of being. Allow the qualities of wholeness and it's the expression of wholeness, compassion and tenderness. Just don't allow any brick walls around your heart. Just in this collective, just stay open and vulnerable. Feel my heart as your heart. Feel all our hearts as your heart. Nothing changes. We're not allowing the circumstances of our lives to impede the opening and the automaticity of awakening to be no longer unfolding. This is all arising for an acceleration of the stabilization of our being-fulness in the world. It's a courageous path, being a human being. But we are in this together, sweethearts. Where can you be where I am not? Where can you be where we are not? Really pull together as a family by flowing out, right? Turning inside out. No outside, no out there-ness. Can you do that Fisher drawing shift right now? Recognizing your beingness in its interconnectedness. Like Martin Luther King said, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too much of a burden to bear. these times of intensity, the only place of refuge where we can flourish and where we can feel profound acceptance is in the heart. But not so tight in our little chest, but the heart of the Sangha. Our heart is the door where there is no wall to our ever-present, transformative essence. I used to say transcendent essence in my earlier days. Transformation, that's the path of Sochen. That's the path of awakening. It's the path of freedom. Don't pull away. Notice any nuance of like contraction and, get me out of here-ness. Let's take a breath together. Take your seat. Yeah? We all feel a little bit like beaten right now. Or not, but if you do, just take your seat with strength. There is no limit to our creative capacity of compassionate, skillful means. Thank you all circumstances, so we may become more awake and more loving. This is, no matter what it looks like, this is naturally awake, boundless wholeness expressing itself as the human experience, no matter what happens. So don't allow your unfolding and your stabilization of your wakefulness and beingfulness to be obstructed by the proliferation of difficulty and distress. First, stay on your seat. Put your behind on your own heart. As always, here are the teachings on how to serve our fellow beings. It's just becoming more and more apparent what happens when we don't recognize world peace within. So we flow out, not just to the Sangha, just boundlessly into the interconnected field of all humans and animals. I see some animals. And by flowing out, from beingfulness, we release the energy that's usually directed towards self-absorption. So when we allow this misdirected energy to be freed up by allowing it to flow, right? So the flow, like when we put a dam in the river, the water gets stale behind the dam. We need the free flow of compassionate, boundless beingness. So keep it flowing. Yep, even today, we're not gonna let up. And then when we allow this misdirected energy to be flowing, the heart becomes more and more full. So it's actually an acceleration. Let the mind and heart even be brighter than ever before. Brighten up. Let it overflow. It has to go somewhere. Let this love go somewhere. Just stopping to underestimate the capacity of our hearts under duress. Yeah, just open up. The openness of being again. The openness is the transitional space, the transitional field which holds us in the world. It's like in Sochen, it would be the perspective of all the kayas. Yeah. The source perspective, feel that, the source being-fulness perspective. Then the Sambhogakaya, or the archetypical field, the dreams and metaphors and fairy tales and stories of the world hanging in the collective field. And then us in the world right here. All just metabolizing all three levels, all three realms simultaneously. And all that is manifesting is pointing right back at you. And no matter what is manifesting, it's still a gift, it's still a prayer. And from the source perspective, it's all happening for no reason. It's all free from reasons. And then, I'm always reluctant about this, but we're so serious in this group. The great compassion is beyond right and wrong, beyond good and evil, beyond better and best, and even beyond truth and falsity. The great compassion is the source of everything and anything, and it is the blissful, radiant, divine experience of all phenomena. All right. If you're feeling that through your usual psychology, it sounds utopian, but that's the perspective, that's the backdrop of your life from here on. Maybe be the essence of healing for all sentient beings in this interconnected sea of beings. Maybe feel deeply into the beauty and boundless wholeness of our authentic nature. We vow to stay open and connected to our innermost wholeness. We wish to hold all those that enter our realm so they may find their own boundless wholeness and creativity by keeping the light on in our own hearts. So they may realize that love is found through loving. May we all walk together in love and accepting one beloved community, one family, heart to heart, where we indeed all just walking each other home. Oh, I thank you for coming and being with us today. We all needed you. I needed you. Thank you for your trust in us and your confidence. I have deep, deep trust and confidence in your capacity to embrace everyone that enters your realm. So